Nizzy, and in this video, you guys, we're going to be breaking down some of the drama going on with the Green Bay Packers. Obviously, all of us Packers fans are in a little bit of panic mode right now, hearing about the Aaron Rodgers and Davante Adams news. Obviously, the Packers and Davante Adams stopped their contract extension talks the other day. The two sides were unable to come to a proper number that they thought was good value for themselves. Adams wants to be the highest paid wide receiver in the game. Apparently, the Packers did not even offer him close to the highest paid wide receiver money. Obviously, we heard too a couple days ago, you guys, that A-Rod was offered to be the highest paid quarterback with a 2-year extension, which would have seen him stay with the Packers for 5 more years total. He also turned that down. And then obviously we've seen the cryptic posts that these guys had on social media where they both had posted a photo from The Last Dance where Scottie Pippen and Michael Jordan were together on the court, obviously signifying that this could be the last dance between Adams and A-Rod this season. There's a lot of speculation out there right now, you guys, going around. Basically, obviously the mainstream media thinks Aaron Rodgers is going to retire before the season starts. I just don't think that's true, to be honest with you guys. I think this is going to be the last year we're going to see these two guys with the Packers. I do not see them not playing this season. I definitely see them with the team. I know Davante Adams already says he will be at training camp regardless if he gets an extension or not. Obviously, in a contract year two, the guy's going to want to perform. He's not going to want to take a year off because then his value is going to go down. So I expect Davante Adams to be a full go for this season. And I would say the same for Aaron Rodgers. I just seen another video posted on Aaron Rodgers' Instagram there where he was working out with David Bakhtiari, obviously one of the best offensive linemen in the league and the left tackle for the Green Bay Packers. So I would be shocked. I would be shocked if Rodgers does not show up to training camp. I don't really know why he'd be working out with Bakhtiari if he was just not going to show up and retire. Doesn't really make a lot of sense to me. So I expect both of these guys to be back this season for sure. I'd be very, very surprised if these guys don't play this year. We got a great team right now. We got a phenomenal opportunity to make a good run again if both of these guys come back into the fold for one more year. As a Packers fan, man, for sure it's unfortunate that we're most likely going to be losing both of these players at the end of this year. But change is inevitable, you know what I mean? Change is always going to happen. The same thing happened when we had Brett Favre, and then he kind of moved out of the way, and then Aaron Rodgers came into the fold, and we're going to see the same thing here with Jordan Love. And then Aaron Rodgers is most likely going to be traded in the offseason here, which makes most sense for the Packers to move him after this year. Obviously, with the cap situation and everything like that, that's just kind of what I expect the Packers to do, is most likely trade Aaron Rodgers at the end of this season. Davante Adams, most likely they're going to let walk. The only way I see them trading Davante Adams this year before the season is finished is if Aaron Rodgers does decide not to play this year. I would expect them to trade Davante, just because then 100% Davante will not be coming back next season. And in that case, you might as well try and get some value for him, obviously. So we'll have to see what happens there, you guys. Kind of unfortunate news for us Packers fans with all the drama going on within the organization right now. Kind of split in the middle, you guys. I'm a Packer fan first, so I always going to be wishing Aaron Rodgers and Davante Adams the best. But, as soon as they're not playing for the Packers anymore, it doesn't mean I'm going to stop cheering for the Packers, right? Like, still going to be cheering for the Packers. I've been a Packers fan since day one. We're going to keep supporting the team. Curious to see how Jordan Love looks in the preseason here. I think that's going to give us kind of a tale of the tape on what we can expect in the future of this organization. Hopefully, Jordan Love is everything that the Packers expected him to be while moving up in the first round to take him a couple years back there. And we'll have to see what happens, man. Obviously, if he has a great preseason, the stress relief is going to be there for us Packers fans, knowing that, okay, if this is A-Rod's last year, that's going to give Jordan Love a little bit more time to learn from him. And obviously, if Jordan Love's looking good in the preseason, it's going to just alleviate a little bit of that stress and a little bit of that worry on wondering if this guy's going to be a legit quarterback number one for us in the future. But yeah, at the end of the day, guys, I really don't see why, I don't see how Green Bay would be able to afford both of these guys. I mean, they just offered A-Rod to be the highest paid quarterback in the league. And then you think, so he's looking at, an annual average of around 40 mil, because that's what Dak Prescott just signed for, I think $40 or $41 million a season with the Cowboys. So you're looking at around a $40 million per season contract for Aaron Rodgers, which is just ridiculous. And then Adams obviously wanting to be the highest paid wideout. You're looking around probably a $25 million contract per year. I'm not too sure what the highest paid wideout is right now, but I'm sure it's in the 20 million range. So, he was probably looking for somewhere around $25, $26 million a season. So right there, you guys, you already got, $60 million, $65 million locked up if you have those two guys signed. It's just not very realistic to be able to put a proper team in around them. It's very tough when you have guys with such high salaries like that, being able to pay everyone. And we have a lot of guys coming up with new contracts that are going to need to be extended here. Obviously, Jair Alexander, one of the best cornerbacks in the league. He's up for a contract extension pretty soon here. I think he's absolutely a must-keep. He's, like I said, one of the best cornerbacks in the league, if not the best cornerback in the league right now. You're definitely going to want to re-sign him. Elton Jenkins is going to need a new contract. He's, an up-and-coming star on the offensive line. Obviously, you just paid Bakhtiari. You just paid Aaron Jones. You got some other contracts up, like Bob Tunyon's going to need a new contract after this season if you're going to want to keep him around. MVS is going to be up for a contract at the end of this season. I think Alan Lazard as well is only on a one-year deal, so he's going to be up for a contract. You're going to need a restructure on Zadarius Smith because he's going to want to restructure on his deal and get an extension. So you just got a lot of guys that are going to need to get paid here in the coming couple of years. And I think it's just going to benefit us switching over to a quarterback who's under a rookie contract in Jordan Love, and just being able to build a better team around him. We're not going to need him to be at Aaron Rodgers' caliber if we can put the right pieces around the guy. Obviously, we got top running back. I think A.J. Dillon's going to be fantastic for us. We got a great O-line. I think our draft with our O-line was great. I think we're starting to get the defensive pieces that we need to be a contender on the defensive side of the ball. And then, like I said, obviously, with going into a rookie deal with Jordan Love there, he's not going to command the same type of salary as Aaron Rodgers. It's just going to free up that much more cap space to be able to bring in better talent around him. Is it unfortunate if we lose these two guys? Absolutely it is, because they've been staples within our organization and been some of the key people that have been able to carry us to all these playoff runs over the years. Wish them all the best going forward, but I think this is going to be the last season that we see Aaron Rodgers and Davante Adams as Green Bay Packers. Hopefully it's a good one, you guys. Hopefully we can break through and win a Super Bowl this year. I mean, at least then we can say we got to go out on top with those two guys in the organization. Davante Adams obviously has never won a championship with us. Would be great to see him be able to get one with Aaron Rodgers before they most likely part ways. Sounds like Davante Adams is probably going to be looking heavy into the Las Vegas Raiders to go team up with his old teammate in Derek Carr. And then obviously Aaron Rodgers, if we can trade him in the offseason, try and get some nice pieces to fit around Jordan Love, then we can take that route. But I just don't see either of these guys wanting to be Packers long term anymore. But they are two guys that carry their pride and love to play the game of football. I 100% expect both of them to be playing this year. I do not expect them to be taking the year off at all. So we'll have to see what happens, you guys. Obviously, information is going to keep coming out here. I think training camp starts up here next week, so we'll have to see who shows up. But nonetheless, you guys, it's an interesting time being a Green Bay Packer fan. We're kind of in that change of time right now where, the young guns are starting to be up and coming here. We're going to the changing of the tides, as they would say, obviously, with Jordan Love being the next up and coming quarterback. Super excited to see what this guy can do in the preseason. Maybe that'll alleviate some stress from us if he ends up performing pretty well in the preseason. So we'll have to see what happens there, you guys. I'd love to get your guys' opinion on the situation. Do you think Aaron Rodgers and Davante Adams are going to be back this season, or do you think they're going to take a year off? Like I said, I think they're going to be back. That's just my personal opinion. Would love to get your guys' opinion on the matter in the comments section down below. Please like and subscribe to the channel if you guys choose to. Appreciate the support as always, you guys. And this is Nizzy with Nizzy Sports Chat.